The next steps for us, so today was the start of a process. We want to have a more honest dialogue with everyone about our data as we go forward. And so we'll probably do something like this again next year, just so everyone knows. Kind of like just a data gathering and sort of sharing of information both two ways. So the other things that are happening along the way, though, is I'm trying to link this. So one of the tasks that OWIMA has is to try to build bridges and linkages between data information, either users or providers, and those that need it for their decision-making purposes. And so we're really trying to do that both internally and externally. It's a huge challenge, but we're trying, and this is part of the effort of trying. Is just let's see what we have. Let's talk about what we have. Let's talk about what works, what doesn't work. So there are a series of these things that are coming up, and so the Data Innovation Challenge kicks off essentially today, but we only have 5 data sets up and ready on the Socrata platform. We'll have all 12 up by April 1st, maybe even sooner. So we'll send out a notice if for some reason it goes sooner. But what we'd like to do is on April 1, provide another opportunity for folks that are interested in the Data Innovation Challenge to get together. The term coffee clatch has been thrown out. I had to look it up, but yeah, we'll have a coffee clatch. And I called it a clutch for a while, but it's different. I thought, gosh, I want to always have a man purse to walk around with, but so the coffee clatch, sorry, too much. So the coffee clatch is going to be April 1st. It'll probably be in the morning, so it'll be like, a couple hours. Social gathering. We'll have a virtual participation mode so that the people want to ask questions, chat about the data, get feedback on, explanation of what the data dictionary was supposed to say or something like that. So that'll be April 1. And then the deadline for submission of entries. So the Data Innovation Challenge, if you put in findanewway.ca.gov, I would do it, but it would take too long. Findanewway.ca.gov will take you right to our Data Innovation Challenge webpage. From there, it describes all these things that I'm just talking about. We have thematic areas that are organizing it. We have a climate change theme area. We have a regulatory sort of advocacy theme, so that if help us do our job better, we're a public trust agency. So, and then the third theme is kind of like social, societal, behavioral kind of things. So we've got in there constituents of emerging concern, and we have what's the other one? Trash. Trash. These are huge societal questions. Nobody quite knows how to monitor for trash. There's debris data that might be in CEDN. There's facility information that might be in CWIX and SMART. So we're throwing it up there, and we're hoping we get something cool. The format of submissions is pretty wide open. It could be a visualization product. It could be a hand-drawn. It could be an art product for all I care, as long as it's really cool. It could be an app. It could be a tool that is coded, or it could be simply, like I said, a chart, a graph, or what have you, Tableau, whatever format. So we provide a pretty broad spectrum of both themes and formats, and then the data sets. And you're not limited to those. So bring in data that you want. You can even bring it into Socrata. So once you get into Socrata, you'll see that you interface with Socrata. The data sets are up there. I just checked them out. You can bring new data sets to your visualization product, and then you can save it to Socrata. So, use that platform for what it's intended to do. There's API services that go both directions on the Socrata thing. So impress us, impress yourselves, be creative on that. So the deadline on that is April 19. We will then have judging final ceremony, award ceremony on April 22nd, back here in this room. We'll hopefully have a panel of awesome celebrity judges. I'm working on it. And then the winners will get stickers. No, we'll try to come up with something better than a sticker, but it's not. We don't have a cash award. The greengov.data.original challenge was really a cash award. It was a legislatively mandated program to do a data innovation thing on green government. Basically, how does the state agency reduce its carbon footprint and things like that. So they had money because it was statutorily required. For us to have money would be really complicated, and I didn't want to make our lives more complicated than they are. So I appreciate you guys participating. We'll try to make it worth your while. A coffee clatch card or something like that. Okay, so then after that, I want to point out that there's another event. I had it on my slide. June 29th is a water quality symposium. So you can maybe see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to weave the science-y things in with the data-y things, with the decision-making things, and we'll just try to do this throughout the year, and then we'll repeat it next year. Maybe next year's will be a 2-day science symposium with tracks and exhibitor areas and things like that. But again, we're starting small. This year is going to be relatively small. It's going to be mostly broadcasting the SWAMP program information, but we do have speakers that are talking about integrating, and we have some program speakers that are talking about how they're using SWAMP, like that pesticide toxicity data. There's a really good study that's looking at BMP effectiveness, and it's dramatic in terms of how much reduction you get from most of the types of pesticides and toxicity that are out there. So LID, stormwater, all these things are kind of starting to weave together, and we're just trying to build a bit of a format that can track it and have a continuous conversation over the next couple of years. So with that, I want your feedback. Like, you're welcome to either say something now or email us about what you think, what we could do differently, what we could do better, what have you. And I want to thank everyone for being here. Are there any questions about the Data Innovation Challenge or anything else?
Do the entries need to be open source or
no,
copyrighted or anything like that?
It's a good question about the copyright. I think you would retain copyright. I don't think we have anything that makes us own it as a state agency. I think it would be publicly available, so consider that. So anything you give us, we probably have to cough back out. In terms of the format, open source would be a subtopic under the coded topic, I think. So other than, if it's a visualization product, it could be a PDF. It could be a working Tableau interactive dashboard. It could be a Excel workbook that has charts in it. So we're not hung up on format. We thought about this, and we provided multiple ways to submit. So GitHub, email. We prefer just email and then FTP if it doesn't work, I think, or Google Drive, I think, are our two preferred methods of submission. But if it's something that's better to put on GitHub because it's a coded app, and in which case open source would probably be great because other people could use it and make it better. But we're not getting picky about format.
And we'll update our website as questions come up about this.
Yeah. We're new to this, so yeah, if we get a new question, we'll put an FAQ kind of a thing on the website. Any other questions? Great. Thank you all very much. It's been wonderful to see you. So have a good weekend. Thanks.